Hey everybody, welcome back to another Let's Buy a Chateau. I have something really beautiful to show you today. While I still look for the right property for me, we've gone back and forth on a couple different properties, so we're still unclear. So I am shopping around for Chateau for you. I know a lot of you, some of you are up to the task on renovation projects, others not so much. Today is as you can see, truly gorgeous place, but it also needs a lot of love to bring it back. And it comes in at a whopping 380,000 euros. So you do the math and it's not terribly too expensive in terms of huge chateau in US dollars. Let's take a look at the pictures because this is we have to scroll through them a little differently than we usually do. This has something. This is an 18th century chateau with some 19th century elements. These mirrors you see on the front, yeah, those are mirrors. They're called Bullseye Mirrors. They're on the facade. And I don't know that I've ever seen a chateau with those on those before. It is so neat. And to have that little balcony in between, so cute. And there's lots of outbuildings all over the place. A lot of landscaping to do ahead of you, but it's all just really beautiful. Okay, so now we get to the nitty-gritty inside, and you can see what probably years of neglect, some vandalism have probably done to it. You've got the peeling paint on the ceiling. That's a sign of, temperature changes, humidity, but a lot of the doors, the paneling, even some of the mirrors on the inside, which is incredible, are intact. How often do you see them smashed and destroyed? So I think that's pretty special. And clearly in that back room, some floor has been removed, but that black and white tile, there's probably a name for it. I don't know what it is, but most of that's there. For some reason, there's that one hole that just seems to be missing. Let me scroll it down a little bit so you can see. See how there's that hole in the floor? I wonder why that particular area came up. I'm not sure. Here's another, this is in that same room, you can tell. Here's another area where you see that same floor leading into stairs that leads you up, and you can see a little cubby under the stairs, a little closet type area, storage. Really relatively not that bad on the inside. Some of these you'll see just truly damaged by vandals and all of that, and you can see the detail in the woodwork is still there. That's pretty special, the little scroll work. I love that. You see that it's just a sleeping beauty waiting for some love. Okay, here's some of the vandalism that you can see. Take a look at the door, and you can see that it's got some painting on it, spray paint. It goes up to the wall, I believe. But those interior windows are still intact. They're not even broken. That's impressive. Yeah, a lot of damage on the floor, but I suspect that there's a way to fix that, bring it back. Radiators are still there. Even that window, right above my head, I think that's another mirror. That's intact. Okay, we scroll through. Here's some more of the outside. There's the dovecote. That looks great. I mean, the roof, yes, it doesn't look great, but the building itself is intact. The brickwork on that facade of the house. You've got the gutters, downspouts. It's all there. Okay, let's scroll down to the next picture. Here's another shot of that facade and what they call the Bullseye Mirrors. Now, this place is located in Normandy. They say it's about an hour, 10 minutes from Paris. So we're talking northwest France. That's where this is located. They have a name for it. It's called Chateau Louvier is the name of it. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. And it's so neat to see. Look in this window here. If we could, I wish I could just zoom in on it. That little face above the window and you see the ladies. It looks like there's a lady and a man, perhaps, or maybe it's two ladies above those bullseye mirrors on the exterior. I've never seen that on a chateau before. It's really pretty. And the scroll work on those windows on the upper level, that's pretty neat. Okay, let's scroll down to the next one. Here's some more interior photos. And again, kind of the sad state of the, let's move, there we go. The sad state of the ceiling and the walls. Honestly, with a good cleanup, I know it needs a lot more work. I'm sure it needs plumbing, electrical, and all that stuff, but to be able to see some of these items still there and in decent shape, that's great. You don't always see that too often. So that's the last one of the interior photos that they have made available. What I know of this property is they still have it listed for sale. They are accepting backup offers in case something falls through. As we know, that happens sometimes, whether it's financing, someone changes their mind, anything can happen. And so this one, they have accepted an offer, but they're taking backup offers in case something happens. So if this tickles your fancy, I will post the listing information in the description box below so you can look it over for yourself and see what you think, and maybe see how brave you are if you think you could take on such a project. I mean, this place is absolutely massive, is it not? It's even got landscaping, it's got trees, it's got, gardens that need a lot of love to bring them back, but they're there. It's 1.2 hectares, which is, a good chunk of land. So that is today's chateau. I'll put the information, as I said, below. I love hearing from you. I love your feedback on what you think of these places. And yes, the heating is probably astronomical. You're right. That's with many of these chateaux, astronomical. As soon as the person who comes up with a way to heat these efficiently is going to be a millionaire. Yes. All right. We will see you next time, friends, for another update on what's going on with Let's Buy a Chateau. Will I buy a chateau? What's happening next?